What is going on, geeks? Unite the Clans here, back in yo life, and this is episode 7 of Scorched Earth. Alright guys, so the camp here has gotten crowded, and at the same time it's starting to get less crowded. We have got really set up here. Monkey Puzzle and Aaron have a base up there. These all belong to Whitman, who you guys know from a lot of the first episodes on this server. And then Arali was over here, but he's already moved out from camp, which brings me to today's business. I think, guys, it's time for us to move out of camp. Oh, it looks like I'm starving. Let me get some meat. I'm preparing, guys, for a long journey. There we go. Much better. And I think I found us a home. I found us a home at the Red Obelisk. There is another oasis there, and it is much greener, sort of like a high desert version of this oasis. And I'm excited to head there and show you that. But we are playing in survival on a PvE server full of YouTubers. So my only real plan is to walk there. So that is what today's episode is going to be about. I've gotten my whole crew. We've added Ankylosaurus, a Doedicurus, and another one of these Morellatops, I think, since the last episode. I got a Moth up there. He's really low level, so he's probably going to die. But if we do have to fly around, we'll have the option. And then a wolf. This is the one that we brought with us. His name is Worm Hunter. Let me show you. There you go. You can barely see it. But anyway, he is the one that we brought when we went hunting for sandworms. And then I've got this, the Thorny Dragon. We brought her too. But I'm going to grab a vulture. I've collected a bunch. Whitman and John and I are going to take on the cave that we showed you guys in episode 4, I think, of this series. And now we're excited for it. But I've been taming a bunch of vultures as part of the strategy. Oh, I guess I forgot to get this wolf to follow me. Alright. Come on, buddy. Perfect. And it's going to be a bit of a long journey, guys. So what I think I'm going to do is bring you back for the exciting bits. But for the most part, I'm going to try and cover the ground, hopefully uneventfully. I have attempted long journeys like this before. You know what? I'm going to link to a particular episode in the card in the top right corner if you want to see me fail on a similar journey. But I gotta be really careful that I don't get all these dinosaurs killed. So I'm gonna take my time, and I will come back with you guys when this thing gets interesting. We are not far from camp, guys, but I wanted to show you the route I was planning to take. We're heading from the Green Obelisk, where our whole tribe started out, and we're headed over to the red one. And that's where I think I want to set up camp. So what I'm going to do is go to the right of that first block of rocks there, and then to the left of the second, and try and stay on a fairly straight course for that thing. I did this once already on foot, so I feel confident about it, but I will bring you back when disaster strikes, which it most certainly will. Alright guys, I believe we have the whole herd. Yeah, those two are just a bit slow. And we are going to stop and water up. I think it's only 1 o'clock, so we should be able to complete this journey over the course of a day. I'll give you guys a rough idea of the strategy I'm using. I kind of made a little train of these animals so that one follows the other, with this guy in the front. And then I've got my wolf following me, just so if I ever get off to scout, to go shoot something, to go harvest something, he's right there with me, kind of has my back. This has kept it pretty good. I have a couple of these guys on neutral, probably more than I should. I should just keep these guys on neutral, but so far so good. And we're going to stop here. We're going to water up. Morellatops are at maximum, so this is not really necessary at all, but we might as well do it. There we go. And then we'll get back on the road, and we are going to head for the red pillar. I'm not sure what percentage of the journey we've made yet. It's probably only like a third at best. So I'm going to get us back on the road. Like I said, we're going to pass in between these two giant cliffs. That one on the left, this one on the right. The one on the right, actually, Whitman has claimed as his base. It's a really cool looking structure. I think he wants to build on top of those. So if you guys haven't seen that, I don't think he's gotten to it yet, but he will be soon. And his channel will be in my description. He's on this Molten Iron YouTuber server. Been a pretty fun place to play so far. We've done a lot of exploring, and I'm excited to get settled in to a new spot and maybe do some building. And it looks like the whole... I'm missing those two slow ones again. Alright, we gotta hold up for a minute. Alright, guys, I'm gonna come back to you. Alright, we might be halfway, guys. I wanted to bring you back to show you some of the scenery we're looking at as we pass through these canyons and dry riverbeds. That spot up there looks really awesome. I mean, you'd have to be ambitious. It looks huge. But to be able to build up on there would be very cool. We're pushing through these dry valleys, and what comes up ahead is the high desert, which has got a lot more trees and a lot more grass. We're actually starting to get into it now. These trees look really, really cool. These canyons, I think, are the same ones... never mind. There's too many cool spots on this map. I don't know them all yet, and I'm sure that there's a bunch of cool ones that look like that. Along this route, I think we pass the canyon where John Versus is set up. It's a really cool looking spot. It looks like something out of that movie 127 Hours, whatever that one was. Might have lost my ankle. Oh, there he is. Okay. Try and keep this wagon train moving. Alright, so I will come back to you when I see any more cool sights or come across anything super dangerous. Cool. Alright guys, so we have made it to the high desert. This is what this sort of biome looks like. I realized pretty early on with Scorched Earth that it wasn't all just a desert biome, it was variations on that. And this is one of the ones that seems, at least, to be easier to live in, and I think I'd like to give it a go. The heat seems less intense here, however you do deal with more rock monsters, which I do see one up ahead. I'm gonna see if we can skirt around it, because with this big mob, ooh, that's gonna be ugly. I don't wanna do that. So that's it there, that very orangey rock. Let's see if we can't spy it out. Yeah, level 48. They become easier and easier to spot the more you play. So we're going to have to try and do this all stealthy-like, and hopefully not get this whole pack killed. With that being said, let's put them on passive. I'm going to get off, and I'm going to put my wolf... Actually, everything on passive. Let's do it. Worst comes to worst, we will run for our lives. But this is the pass-through. Oh god, there's another one. I hope the first one's still sleeping. 108. We might want to find another way in, guys. We might want to find another way. I will definitely lose some dinos if we go that way. There's two elementals, and one of them is super powerful. I don't think I could successfully, like, it's hard enough to get these guys around cactuses and parasaurs and stuff. Speaking of, get out of the way, you stupid parasaur. There you go. That trying to get them around a giant behemoth made of stone that's hurling rocks at you and Hulk smashing your head. That's not something I want to attempt. So we'll try and go around, and I think it's possible. This Red Oasis is pretty entirely surrounded by mountains. So there are passes and there are ways in. Some of them are dangerous, some of them less dangerous, some of them are caves. Very cool little area. But I think the way that I'm going will lead me in there. We shall see. Give me a little bit of time, guys. I'm going to cover some ground and I will come back to you. Alright guys, I think we are getting closer. We have had to take a longer way around to avoid those rock elementals. And I'm sure we're still going to come across a couple, but the obelisk is here, and I think this looks like a mountain pass. Hopefully it's a fairly safe one. We're going to try and navigate it. We're going to try and make our way through there. Oh, come on. Somebody kill that terror bird? What's my wolf doing? Come on. There you go. Take care of some business. Let's go, guys. God dang ants. So annoying. Alright. So this is it. We are nearly there. We're almost in the shadow of this thing, almost in the glow. And you can see the terrain is very, I don't know. It feels like northern Italy or something. It's attractive trees and a little bit of grass, but still mountains and desert. It's great. And yes, this is it. We're in here, and you can start to see the oasis. Now, I want to make sure I've got my whole crew here. So we'll go back and do a quick check. The cattle train. Where are the rock breakers? What are they doing? What are you guys doing? Hurry up. Get moving. Okay, I think everybody's on their way. This wagon train setup, guys, has worked pretty well. Having something light and fast like a wolf following me while I have the rest of the dinos following my Thorny Dragon. It's worked out pretty well. I would try and keep as many on passive as you can, even if you have to bring more guard dogs. And I wouldn't let the train get too long or bring in any slow guys. Like honestly, if I didn't have these two, we would have made it here twice as fast. So if you can keep them a similar speed, that will be awesome. But I think we're pretty much there. So I want to bring you guys with me as we go down to where I think I'd like to set up a new home. I've already been over here and marked out a spot. So I will try and get us there. Now, this is a fairly safe area. Obviously, there's some stuff here, but nothing we won't be able to handle once we get some walls and protection up. But up any of the mountain passes are a lot of those rock elementals, and those things can be really annoying. They're kind of unkillable, I think, so you want to be really careful around them. And then there are a ton of valuable resources out this way too, so I'm excited just to get to a new spot where nobody is and carve out a little spot on my own. A lot of people on the server have been doing it lately, moving away from our group camp, and I think I'm ready to do the same, guys. So this is the spot. There you go. Neighbors welcome. If you're on the Molten Iron server and you do want to build on an oasis, I would love to have people nearby. I do not want to be a hermit out here by my lonesome. But guys, that is gonna do it for this one. This episode traveling here is long enough as is, so I'll save building a house for the next episode. Coming up soon too, we are tackling a cave. If you haven't seen that video already, it might be the next one after this. Whitman and John Versus and a new guy to the server, Axeman, and I are all taking on that cave, so I'm excited to do that. It's going to be fun. We got riot gear, we got flaming arrows, going to be beautiful. But that does it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm UniteTheClans, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.